Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. The first thing I want to talk about is that I'm consolidating my Facebook groups. The process has already started. For those of you who are not on Facebook and do not get my emails, there is a small group of you, or the ones who are in Facebook and somehow are confused. Let me just give you a brief. It's so simple. I have two Facebook groups, or had, and I am consolidating them into one. Just having you move to one of them rather than having people in both of them and having to manage both of them, and et cetera, et cetera. One of the reasons I am moving to the smaller of the two is because of the way Facebook works. It no longer thinks my large group is active enough because there's a lot of people in it that have left, don't post, and so it looks like an inactive group. And also they think a group that large is a business, big business, like a corporation, and they kind of want me to pay to have reach, and I don't have a budget for that or an interest in doing that. So we're going to go to what's called the fireside chat, and I am not allowed by Facebook to change the link name, but the group name now says Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. It looks just like the other one. I made a banner. It says official, and it says official because there is a person who like 10 years ago created a Facebook group with the same name as mine. They never respond. Facebook doesn't care if there's another group with the same name, and so people get confused. They don't have a banner. They have like a generic banner. It's not even branded banner, but there is a group of people that are massively confused and end up over there. So mine says official. Anyway, it's just simple. You just go there and you're in that group instead of the other group. No difference. The one content difference that is a big thing I want to eliminate is that there are so many scammer groups, and that a lot of people have just come to my group with scammer pictures going, what's this pattern? And we're not going to do that anymore because the community just sends you to the scammer groups, and it's just bad. It's all bad. And so we're not going to promote that anymore. So if you are in a scammer group, get out of it. That's all I can say. Get out of it. Stop looking there. Stop giving them any kind of your time. All right, so that was very long. But it's necessary. It's necessary for us all to get on board with the same thing. Okay, let me just take you a little spin around some things here, and then we're going to look at the 3 projects for this week. Before I start, I thought I'd just show you the way my brain is in chaos. My brain is in chaos. This is actually old. I need to, it's old. Like I haven't updated, or who knows what's on there. I didn't want to look at it. It's old. I printed the cross stitch for this because who knows? Who knows? This is out so that I can do, I can sew these two, I can sew these two, And lucky, look at this. I'm in love with this little vase, urn, whatever you want to call it. I added these little sparkles because the sparkles just make everything better. These are the two of the lighter threads that I used. Okay. And here is the red house, but I'm going to work on the bee next. So here are the blocks up here. So I'm going to work on those a bit. Plus I have 2 bindings that just came back. I need this one, of course, for the March. But let me just open this one. This is for summer, which I did not get done last summer because it was chaos. Summer last year was chaos. Okay, so there we go. And my friend Karen, she quilted it. Look at that, so fun. And then I'll show you this one. She did some verticals for me, and then some clouds. Okay, let me show you my other things that need binding. This shelf here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. I had something under my arm. 5 for binding. This is just a backing fabric. That's a top. And this is very, 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 very old. I never did the layout pattern, so I have to bind it just to use it for myself. Here's some more tops down here, but this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5. I need to be focused. These 5 and the other 2. 7 quilts to put binding on. I need to pick a little border to go around it, so this will be pretty small. And I don't like things that have much of a pattern that I have to figure out to be sure they're straight because they're so small. So this one will probably go because of that, but I like the color of it. That's a great color to go with this for me. This one reads too light. The pattern is too tight. So if I remove those, although that color is so good, that leaves me with these 2, which both probably have enough random pattern to it. I had been hoping for something just a little darker. See, now that's not actually that much lighter than here. This was kind of like the perfect color, but I don't have a print that works in the perfect color. So if I did this one, it does read a little darker, but it is nice. And then that one. I kind of lean towards this one just because it's closer to this color here. And I really just don't feel like trying to make that work. That's a pretty big shape, and I don't want a big border around this. I want pretty small. All right, I don't know what your thoughts are. You can tell me in the comments. A real life stalled problem. I know, first world problems. I can't decide how to wrap these on the new bobbins that I got. Here is one that is wrapped, and it's really thick. So it is done as a loop rather than making a whole lot of string, making the whole long string and wrapping it around. Instead, it's done as a chunk, and it's a little chubby, but that means like right now I don't have tons of floss, so this is basically my floss plus some more of these, which I will not unwind. These are the Aura floss, but these 2 drawers and any extras that come from kits are pretty much what I have right now to fill. So I think I can go ahead and make them fluffy. Fluffy. And I also got these from Atom Heart. So I don't have an affiliate link with them at all, but these are super cool. My friend Barbara, who helps as a moderator, found them, and they're just so pretty. So, and then here was their blanks I tried. Anyways, I thought I would just tell you, these have been sitting here for probably a week now, and I have not moved forward. So I think today I'm going to do it. And when I'm getting ready to film, this is what I have to get out right now. That's crazy, right? And then here is the green for the binding that is here by the sewing machine. I will get it done. Sometimes I can't believe that we're looking at 3 projects in one day, but it's just the way it's going to be until like September. It's just the way it's going to be. All right, so for Wendy's, we're doing blocks to make a sampler from the different scrappy quilts in her book. And this week is half of this block with the basket and the shoe fly. And so here are some of the shoe fly blocks, and I will do the rest. I have to do 2 more and then assemble them with baskets for next week. So there you go. Cute, right? Very summery. There they are up on the wall. Everything is, this is like a very cheerful summery quilt. I also want to show you that the border, Wendy's border, you could start on those if you wanted, because you're going to have to do 4 strips. Look at that. I love this border. And that's very easy, mindless sewing. And the blocks just go side by side. No sashing or anything. So that is so nice, right? So, so nice. Okay. So the next one we have is, let me get this. Okay, so the next one I have is Silver Lake. Now, we are on week 6. Can you believe that? Week 6. And some of you have been sharing. I hope that you continue to share your blocks, a row, a section, just your fabric. This is the project that supports the Virginia Quilt Museum. You go to their website and buy the pattern, and Wendy is donating all the proceeds of the pattern during the quilt along to the museum. So they get 100% of that. And then if you wanted to give more, you could while you are there. I am not sewing this to the top yet. What I'm going to sew is the rows 6 through 10 together. Otherwise, I will have to wrangle this and the rows above all in the sewing machine, and that's just too much stuff. I don't need to wrangle all of that. I can create a bottom section and then put the two sections together at the very end. So this is using the fabric line from the Virginia Quilt Museum, designed. I helped to do the design, and it is published by Benartex, called Blue Mill. So isn't it pretty? I love using that blue background this time for the blocks. So nice. Okay, one more. The Sew Sampler, it came out last Friday, and because my videos are on Wednesday and Kimberly Jolly does their live stream on Fridays, I am, half a week behind or for when they release the blocks. So the blocks, when I show you, are already published and you can go out and get them. And so I'm doing this line from Joanna Figueroa called Rosie, and this is such a cool block. I could see doing a whole quilt with just this block. Nice, right? So, and I'm doing the 9-inch size. I'm doing the larger size of the grouping, and you will see in the Fat Quarter Shop's photos that they post, it has all 3 sizes because I sent all the blocks there, so they had them for photography. Okay, I want to say thank you to Kate in New Hampshire, who sent me this lovely card, sweet note, and a yummy Starbucks to have. Thank you. And I have got updated, it's not much changed. I just removed what was not being done. And you can see on my schedule, once I get to like September, then I should be just like doing like 2 projects a week. And I think that, and then any kind of side projects that I want to do. Speaking of side projects, so first, this is what I'm doing with the state fabrics. I'm going to be using the state fabrics for all of those stars, all the stars around, and maybe the 13 colonies for some of the ones here in the middle. And Virginia is one of the 13 colonies, so that's great. And I finished the little shamrocks. I have not changed my quilts out yet, but I am looking at doing that this coming week to change the quilts over to green and some springy things, because what I'll do is I'll leave them up through April, particularly since I might be kind of busy with my dad and his wife, maybe helping a little bit. So I don't want to have any major things I have to do. And the Queen Bee, she is coming along. She is almost done. Look at this. It's been so fun to do. This is the pattern for that one. So, and all the links for these are in the description box in the pinned post below so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's always a whirlwind here lately. But I wanted to get that whole thing out about the Facebook group because it's important. And if you're not over there, sorry for being so long, but I did need to say that I did the move before I did a video about it because I was just ready. I just woke up one morning, I'm like, okay, I knew I was going to do it at some point. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Now's the day. Today's the day. We're just going to get it started. And as of today, by the weekend, the older group, with the bigger number of people, will go into a pause state. Right now, that is what Facebook calls it. I do not have an archive option anymore. They took that away. And so you just never know what they're going to have. So you'll see sort of a pause if you end up going there. And we are trying not to put any new posts in. Occasionally, somebody gets confused and approves one, or whatever. But anyways, there should be nothing active really, except for from me telling you we've moved, go to the other group. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being in the Sloan Zone here in the beginning of March. I'll see you online.